Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome to a haunted house tutorial in the spirit of the season. It is almost Halloween. It is the perfect time to build one of my favorite builds that I have created to date. As I was building this, it all came together so perfectly. So without further ado, let's take this pumpkin off of our head and get right to it. All of the materials and the counts are going to be down in the description, and we are going to start off with our polished Blackstone bricks here in the front of the build where these stairs will be. Place 3 across just like that. That is where these stairs will be. They will be right in front, our Blackstone stairs. You don't have to put them down right now, but just so you know, that is where that alignment is. The house is somewhat asymmetrical, but close to the same width on either side, so towards the middle of wherever you are building that. And now we are going to make this outline with our polished Blackstone bricks. We can remove those stairs for now. Start by going back 1, 2, and 3 on both sides, just like that. And then we are going to extend it out 1, 2, and 1, 2 on both sides. And then we are going to go back 1, 2, and 3 on both sides. So we should have something that looks like this. And this is where it starts to get a little bit different on each side. Right here, we are going to go to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we are going to go back for a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we are going to go sideways for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we are going to go back for a total of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we are going to turn back towards the middle of the build. We are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we are going to place 6 going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we are going to place 8 going across the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we are going to place 4 going towards the front. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is the left-hand side of this build finished. Let's work on the right. So from this brick right here, we are going to go sideways for a total of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we are going to go back for a total of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we are going to go sideways for a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we are going to go back for a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we will start working back towards the middle. Start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then go back 1, 2, and 3. And then we are going to go sideways until we connect to that Blackstone right there. It should be about 8 or 9 in total. That should connect, and you should have something that looks like this. I will post a picture of this, or at least link one down in the description, with some alternating orange and black concrete on top of that, in case you need to go back and see the exact counts. Now that we have that, we are going to raise this entire thing up by 3 blocks, so it will be 3 blocks tall altogether, except for the first 3 blocks going back right here. In fact, we can connect the Blackstone going across the middle, build this wall up so we don't confuse ourselves. These Blackstone bricks right here will not be raised up. Everything else will be raised up for a total of 3 blocks. So once you have finished, it should be looking like this. I did go ahead and rotate that around. It will make it a little bit easier to see with the shaders. Next, go ahead and grab your Deepslate tile slabs. We are going to place a row going all the way around the bricks that we just placed on the top half on the outside, and we can outline this going all the way around on all sides of the build. And here in the front, just extend it on that first brick right here in the corner. Don't go across these 5 blocks in the middle, but everywhere else we are going to go all the way around the perimeter. So you should end up with something that looks like this. Now we are going to break some of these. They're going to be replaced with spruce logs, but it's easier to just go all the way around the edge and get that taken care of. And it's almost time to get into some of our spruce log pillars. Before we do that though, we are going to finish up with these slabs. In these two front corners right here, place a slab underneath those corner slabs, and then place one on the inside right there on both sides. Place one on this corner right here on the left-hand side. That is all that we are doing on this side. Over here on the right-hand side, place one on this corner right here. Place one on this corner here at the farthest point to the right, and one more there in the back. So that should look like that. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the right side, and 1, 2, and 3 on the left. Underneath all of those slabs that we just placed, we can put 2 polished deep slate walls, and those will extend from the ground up to underneath those slabs. And now we can start working on our spruce logs. These are pretty simple except for these first two. On the first two, we are leaving a 1 block gap going back from the farthest back slab wall combo that we built right here. Leave a 1 block gap going back and replace that slab with a spruce log as well. We are going to do the same thing over here on this side. So we have 1, 2, 3 on that third slab wall combo. Leave a 1 block gap going back, and build a 3 block tall spruce pillar going up to the same height as the bricks. Everywhere else, it's pretty self-explanatory. On these inside corners, we will place a spruce log pillar right there. Again, 3 blocks tall. All of these will be 3 blocks tall. So on the inside corners, we will have our logs that look like that. And on the outside corners, we are going to go 1 block diagonally from the Blackstone, and again, replace that slab with spruce pillars. And we are going to do this all the way around the entire build. So once you have finished that, it should look like this from up above. I will pause here for just a moment so that you can reference this and get caught up. And now we will move on to some of the outer wall frames, again continuing with our spruce logs. And this will not be too difficult for us. What we are going to do is start here in the front. On these 2 front Blackstone brick corners, we will place 2 spruce logs right there. Fly over here to the right hand side, we will see that we have these 4 logs going across. Find the middle 2 that are right next to the bricks right here, and on top of those bricks, place 2 more logs just like that, 1 block in from those first 3 that we have. Everywhere else, we are going to raise all of these pillars up for a total of 11, including these ones here in the front that we just placed. Those will go up 11, these ones will go up 11, these ones we are going to leave as is. Also here in the front, leave a 3 block gap from those pillars going back, place a temporary block right there, and we will have a couple more pillars here on those sides as well. So on top of all of these spruce logs now, right here, those 3, these 3 here in the back, and these 3 as well, those will all be extended up for a total height, including these ones also, for 11. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. All of these pillars will be that height. Go ahead and do that. It will make the walls a heck of a lot easier. So once you have finished that, we should have all of these pillars that look like this, that are 11 blocks tall from the tops of these bricks right here. So from the ground up, they are 14. Now we are going to place some sideways spruce logs. Starting at the top, we are going to connect all of these logs around the perimeter, pretty much following the same pattern as the Blackstone. We are going to connect them sideways, just like this, going all the way around. So that should look like this. We are going to do that same thing one more time, leaving a 1, 2, 3, 4 block gap on that 5th block going down. Again, we are going to have those sideways spruce logs going all the way around. So a 4 block gap from this log to that log, and it should be a 5 block gap from the bricks to that log. Go ahead and do this going all the way around the build. So you should have some kind of structure that looks like this. We're going to go ahead and do the interior floor now. Just get that out of the way. It'll be a little bit easier when we go to do the walls, and it won't be so dark on the inside. I am using dark oak logs for this. If you are in survival, I know that's a little expensive. You don't have to use those. That is what I am going with though. It has a really nice unfinished look to it. And we are going to place these sideways, just like this, all going in the same direction. If you want to do a checkerboard pattern like this, you certainly could. It just takes a little bit more time, but I actually happen to like the straight planks a little bit more than the woven pattern. So we can fill in on the top layer of the Blackstone bricks. If you are in survival, I would recommend placing some torches down below the floor. Also, I forgot to mention over here on the right hand side of the build, where we don't have any of these logs, go ahead and place a row of Blackstone bricks in line with the logs from up above, and we can fill in this area with Blackstone bricks. This is going to be a little patio balcony area, but the rest of this will be inside, and we can fill it in with our dark oak logs. With our floor in place, we have something looking like this, and now we can start working on our first floor walls. And actually, we do have one change to make with the floor before we get into the walls. Here on the left side and right side of the door, right past this first section right here, we are also going to have a small balcony / patio area here as well. So in between these spruce logs, we can actually remove that floor and one more row behind it, just like that. Same thing over here. Remove that first row of dark oak logs and one more row behind it. Replace that with Blackstone bricks. And now with that out of the way, we should be good to start working on our walls. I am using green terracotta for this. Use whatever you would like. I think green terracotta suits this build best. These walls will be set in one block from all of our pillars, which makes this whole thing pretty easy to get them outlined. We are just going to follow pretty much on top of all of our Blackstone bricks. Right here on the right hand side next to this patio, we are just going to continue straight past it, like that, until we get to the end, where we will continue to follow one block in from all of our spruce logs that outline the walls. So far, it looks like that. I will finish this up and meet you right back here. And there we have it. That is our wall outline. Again, one block in from all of those spruce logs. We can go ahead and extend these up on the corners, both inside and outside corners, all the way up to the height of that second row of logs here, but don't extend up anywhere else because we are going to have a lot of windows here, and it's actually easier to build the walls around them rather than going in and carving out the windows out of the fully built walls. So again, just do the corners for now, and then we will work on those windows. So all of those corners should be built up like this. We can also place green terracotta next to these logs right here, and on these interior corners right here next to those spruce logs, we can also extend those up, so we will get a small L shape just like that. We can do that here, there, and there as well. And the last thing that we're going to do before we mark out our windows is we are going to place one more row of green terracotta going all the way around the top, in line with that row of spruce logs that we placed sideways going all the way around. So that will look like this, and now from the outside we should have all of these different sections ready for some windows. Now this building really just follows two standard window designs. The first one is a 3-block wide window, and we are going to start to the left of the front door right here in this section, and we are going to break the bottom 3 blocks. We can go ahead and extend up on that side so we have 1 block on each side, and we will build 1 block in from the top. So this window is 3 blocks wide. It goes all the way to the ceiling right there, and it has 2 blocks here at the top to give it sort of an arch. Right here, we have a 3 block wide section, same thing here. So we will have 1 block on each side of our green terracotta, and we will have a floor to almost ceiling window. They will stop 1 block below the ceiling, just like that. Right here, we will have 2 3 block wide windows. Again, 1 block in from each side. I thought I wrecked that block, we are good. And we will have a pillar going down the middle. Same thing as before, 1 block in each of the top corners. That will give us 2 3 block wide windows with that arch shape. That's how all of our windows are going to be. They are either going to be 3 blocks wide or 1 block wide, and you can kind of guess how many there will be based on the size of the section. So right here in the very back, we are going to have 2 of them. So place a pillar in the middle, wreck the bottom 3 for each window, and we will place the blocks in each of the top corners like that. Here on this side, we will have 1 3 block wide window with the blocks in the tops of the corners. Same thing right here. And remember to wreck the bottom 3 blocks. Moving around, we have a 3 block wide section here in the back. Remember, this is floor to 1 block below the ceiling, a 4 block tall window. And then here in this section right here, again, we are in the back now. Right here, this is 2 3 block wide windows. So we will do our pillar in the middle and wreck those 3 blocks. We will put our blocks in the corners like that. Here we have a 3 block wide section. Remember, 1 block at the top, no block at the bottom. Right here, this is going to be a door. Leave that alone for now. Right here, a 3 block wide window, just like that. You get the idea of the pattern. And here in the front, just to the right of the front door, we will have 2 3 block wide windows. And that is all of our first floor windows. I guess we have 1 more here on this side of the front door, just like that. And 1 more on this side, again, just the 1 block wide window variant. We are going to leave the front door alone for now. If it would make you feel better, we can even fill that in with our green terracotta, just so it doesn't distract us. Those are all of the windows for the first floor. Pretty self-explanatory. I will give you a quick fly around so you can see how all of those look. And now we can move on to the second floor windows, which will follow almost the exact same pattern. We are going to begin with the same thing that we did before. We can raise up all of the corner blocks going all the way around, just like this. We can fill in next to the spruce pillars on each side, and we will fill in going all the way around the top with our green terracotta. I will meet you right back here once we are finished with that. And that should be pretty much the exact same as what we had before, just 1 block shorter. So all of these windows will follow the exact same alignment as the first floor windows, and pretty much the same pattern. The only difference is they are 4 blocks tall instead of 5 blocks. So our 3 block wide windows, which right here on the right side in the front, we will have 2 of. They will be 3 or 4 blocks tall, instead of 5 blocks tall like we had down below, but we will still have those blocks in the corners. Here in the front, over the door section, these windows right here in this 3 block wide section will only be 2 blocks tall. Same thing right here. This window, 2 blocks tall, but all of the other windows where we have those 3 block wide sections will be 3 blocks tall, again with just 1 block at the top. So follow the same alignment as all of the windows from the first floor. That same pattern for the 3 block and 1 block wide windows, and we should be good to move on. Again, right here, 3 block wide section, 3 block tall window, and then we can move on to getting the second floor put in. Also, over the front door, we will do the same 3 block wide window pattern as we've been doing everywhere else. And again, on this section right here above the patio, we are leaving that area alone. But with all of those windows in place, that is how we are looking. We can get the second floor now put in. I'm again using dark oak logs, and these will be in line with our sideways spruce logs, 1 block above this window and 1 block below the second floor window. And we can place these filling in this entire section. We can also go ahead and fill in all of these windows with our black stained glass panes while we are at it. With all of the windows filled in with our glass, with all of the second floor filled in with our sideways dark oak logs, it is now time to start working on the roof, and believe it or not, we are getting pretty close to finishing this build. Now, of course, we do have this little alcove section right here. We are going to hold off on that. It will actually be easier to build the rest of the roof and then go back and build that section and kind of move around and destroy some blocks rather than trying to incorporate it as part of the roof. To begin, take out your Deepslate tile stairs, and we are going to place a row of these upside down going all the way around right next to our sideways spruce logs. These will go all the way around the entire house. Again, even here on this side with the alcove, we are still going to place those in for now, and we will go back and break them in a little bit. So take out your Deepslate tiles now, the full blocks. We will also need our slabs as well. We are going to get the roof outlined, and then we will go in and place all of the Blackstone. That will make life a lot easier for us. Start here in the front, over the front door, and place a cracked, nope, that is not correct. Not cracked Deepslate tiles, just normal Deepslate tiles. Place those in each of the front corners like that. On top of those, a right side up stair facing sideways, and then an upside down stair just like that facing the middle. On top of that upside down stair on both sides, another Deepslate tile, and then a right side up stair facing out, an upside down stair facing in. On top of that, a block, right side up facing out, upside down facing in, and you get the idea of this pattern. We are just going to do that until we get to the top middle here, where we will have our blocks, right side up stairs, and then place one more upside down stair just like that in the middle, a block, and a right side up stair. So we should have this exaggerated triangle now above the front door. That is going to be our pattern going all the way around the roof. We will have our Blackstone. You don't have to do this right now, I'm just pulling it out as an example. But we will have our Blackstone going all the way around on top of those upside down stairs, and then our Blackstone stairs will follow like that, and then we will have our blocks again, and then the stairs on top of that. But again, we will get to that in just a moment. For now, we are going to also do that same pattern here in all of these outer corners, not the inner corners, not these ones right here where it's an inside turn stair. Only on the outside corners are we going to place Deepslate tile blocks, and we can do that going all the way around the build on all of those outer corners. It should look like that. On top of those, we will place a stair. It doesn't matter which way it faces, either that way or that way, as long as it is not facing inside towards the house, then we are okay. Just go ahead and do that on all of these blocks right here, just like that. And then we are going to place a temporary block on top of that. I'll use green terracotta. We will go in by one block, and then we will place another Deepslate tile block. That will be touching that stair diagonally like this. If it is not, then you need to replace your stair. If it is facing that way, or if it is facing that way, that is not correct. Make sure that those diagonals are touching just like that. Same thing again, a stair on top of that, and just repeat this pattern all the way until we get to the top of this section right here. So you should have 4 of the blocks and stairs together and then one final block here at the top that is in line with that block right there. Again, that is how that looks. We are going to do that on all of these sections, working our way towards the middle of the haunted house, just like this, as I'm kind of doing with my camera on screen, working towards the middle. And then we will go in with our Blackstone, and it will be nice and easy to fill all of that in. So once you have finished that, it should look like this. I hope that wasn't too complicated. I will fly around so you can get a better idea of how that looks. But now we actually have a pretty good outline for our roof. It will be nice and easy to go in with our Blackstone and fill all of it in. If you are in survival mode, let this be your reminder to place down some torches here on the inside. We are going to start with our Blackstone, go all the way around on top of our upside down tile stairs, and we can do this going all the way around the building. And once we get to the front, we will just turn it like that. And we can do the same thing again. This time, our Blackstone blocks will be connected on the second layer of Blackstone or of Deepslate tiles that we place down. So they will be one block in from the previous row. Again, we can go all the way around and fill that in. And the reason that we are doing the blocks before we place any of these stairs is because then we can just place these stairs directly on top of the blocks. It will be a heck of a lot easier for us. And once again, we are just going to repeat that. So on the next layer of blocks, we are just going to connect those with our Blackstone, just like that. Again, one block in from that previous row. So that should look like that with our first 3 rows done. We're going to do these final 2, and then we should be good to start placing in these stairs. And here on this final row at the top, we will just have our Blackstone extending straight back, and then we will turn it in each direction, just like that, and connect this final row at the very top. So we should now have something that looks like this. And now that we do, we can take our Blackstone stairs and place them on top of all of the Blackstone blocks that we just placed. And as we do that, we should find that these Deepslate tile stairs in those corners just turn naturally, and we don't even have to do anything else with them. So I'm gonna fill in all of these stairs. It should start to get pretty dark on the inside. We will still have this hole here in the middle. Also, don't place stairs on the very top row up here. We are gonna leave that flat. I will see all of you right back here very soon. And you should have something that looks like this, a almost complete haunted house. Let's go ahead and fill in this roof area right here. Now, because it is a large flat section, we are going to use bottom half slabs so that we don't have any mobs spawning up here. And we are going to go with polished Deepslate slabs for these. So again, on the bottom half of all of the Blackstone that we have going around, we can just fill that in with our polished Deepslate slabs. So we will end up with that right there. It is almost time to start working on this alcove and a little of the extra details on the roof, including the 3 dormers, that chimney over there, and this tower right here. So let's go ahead and start with the alcove on the right hand side of the build. Go 1 block in on these Blackstone brick corners right there and place 9 spruce logs going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we can go ahead and match the height on this one just like that. And then leave a 3 block gap going up from the bottom, 1, 2, 3. On the 4th block, place some sideways spruce logs going all the way around on those 3 sides. And do the same thing at the very top with our sideways spruce logs. So we should have a 3 block tall section here and a 4 block tall section right there. Remember, this is a patio here on the 1st floor, but on the 2nd floor, it is the actual part of the building, so we are going to continue our green terracotta. This will be 1 block in from the logs, as we have been doing before, so we can place that just like this, and we can remove the sideways spruce logs that we have going across there, and the green terracotta that we have right there. So we should have something like this. Go ahead and extend up the corners to the height of those sideways spruce logs, and we can extend this back 1 and 2. Same thing here, 1 and 2, and we can extend that up as well. So that should look like this. Just as we did before when we were doing the walls, we can place those along the spruce logs as well. Place one more row going across the top, so on the side we have a 2 block tall, 3 block wide window, and on these sides we are going to have a 1 block wide and a 2 block tall window. Same thing, just like that. For our floor, we will place our sideways dark oak logs 1 block below the windows that we just placed, and those will extend back for a total of 4 blocks. And we should have a natural step right here. We can place some slabs or stairs right there if we want to later on. Here in these 2 blocks right there, in those gaps, we can fill those in with green terracotta. And now we can fly out to the outside and start working on this area of the roof. Here on these 3 sideways spruce logs on the front, place 3 upside down Deepslate tile stairs, same thing on the back, and then we can extend those out for 2 more on each side. Go ahead and turn those, extend them across just like that, and we will do the same pattern that we did here in the front. Start with your Deepslate tiles on each of the corners, and then some right side up stairs facing out, upside down stairs facing in, blocks on top of those, and then right side up stairs facing out, upside down and blocks, and again just continue until you reach the middle. Once you get to the middle, same thing as before, upside down stair in between the right side up stairs, a full block, and a right side up stair once again, so we should have something that looks like this. This roof will connect to the main part of the roof, and it is fairly simple. We are going to start with our Blackstone blocks placed 1, 2, 3, and 4 on top of the upside down Deepslate tile stairs here at the bottom. And then we can rack the Deepslate tile stair on top of the Blackstone right here on that side and this side, and we can rack all of them in between as well. On top of the Blackstone that we placed, we will place 1, 2, 3, and 4 right side up Blackstone stairs, just like that. They should go into those sideways spruce logs on each side. We are going to leave the upside down Deepslate tile stairs as they are. Actually, we can go ahead and replace that last stair with a block of Blackstone so that we don't have that gap right there. And then we will just continue this pattern, the Blackstone blocks in line with the Deepslate tile blocks, and we can place those in first, and then we will do our stairs after we have these in place. And one more across the top middle. So now we can connect our stairs. What you will notice though when we go to place them is these ones do not turn. That's because we have stairs here on the inside. We are going to place down all of our stairs here on the outside first, and then we will go to the inside of this dormer, I guess, if that's what we want to call it. And then we will wreck all of these Blackstone blocks and stairs that go across, just like that, and the final 2 there in the middle. So that opens that up to the inside. We could put an attic in here or something else kind of spooky like that. But from the outside, we will see that all of those stairs have turned. So again, that's a lot easier than trying to get that roof to match up when we built that main part. So let's go ahead and build the chimney on this section right here. Behind this Deepslate tile stair, place 1 and 2 slabs, leave a 3 block gap and 1 more Deepslate tile slab just like that. Next to these 3 blocks, place a row of 3 blocks on each side. Remove the stairs underneath them, replace those with full Blackstone blocks. And then we are going to extend this whole row up for 2 more blocks. That's 1 and 2 just like that. And then a row of Blackstone stairs placed all around the top. All the corners should be turned into each other just like that. That's our chimney. Let's work on this front tower now. So from this deep slate tile stair, leave a 2-block gap going back, and then place 1, 2, and 3 Blackstone blocks just like that. Extend that out by 1 on either side. Just as before with the chimney, we can extend that down and replace the stairs underneath each of those rows with our Blackstone, and one more layer at the very top, just like that. Take out your deep slate tile stairs, go down 1 block, and place a row of upside down deep slate tile stairs going all the way around the top of this tower, just like that. And that is all there is to it. We are not adding any additional stairs or anything. We don't want it to look like a chimney. I suppose if you wanted it to, go for it. And I am realizing as I'm building this that we built this entire section of the roof incorrectly. We are actually doing one more triangle section. I am really sorry about that, but we are just going to remove this whole section right here. We will remove all of those deep slate tiles right there. And what we are going to do instead is again have that same triangle pattern. So we will have the blocks here on the corners, our deep slate tile stairs right there, and then upside down stairs, blocks on top of those, right side up stairs, upside down, blocks right side up stairs, and we will repeat that until we reach this point right here with the rest of the roof, where we will place an upside down stair and then a block, and these blocks will just extend 5 across, just like that. Same thing over here on this side, we will extend that up to meet that point, and that will look like this. So our Blackstone blocks will then just connect out as before. We will have our stairs placed on top, and right here, those will extend across. We will fill in the rest of this with our polished deep slate slabs. There we go, and we will get our stairs put on right here. But now we are going to move on to the dormers, the last part of the roof. We're going to start on the right hand side of the front door, find the middle of this section right here with our green terracotta that divides those windows, and we are going to go up to the roof, find the second row of Blackstone blocks. This is the first. That is the second. Place an upside down deep slate tile stair in line with the middle of these windows right there, and then turn that sideways on each side. On top of those corners, place 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excuse me, 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta, just like that on each side, and then one more in the top middle going up diagonally. Extend those back 1 and 2 blocks. Same thing right here, 1 and 2, and then we can fill in that gap, and we can replace that stair with one more green terracotta, just like that. So that should look like this. The dormer windows will again follow this same triangle pattern. Go to the top of the green terracotta on the side, place 1, 2, and 3 deep slate tile stairs extending out, 1, 2, and 3 like that. Place an upside down stair facing the middle, a full block on top of it, a right side up stair on top of that, and then an upside down stair in the middle, and a slab on top of that. We are going to extend that slab going all the way back. It should line up with the Blackstone blocks right there. And then we will just fill in our Blackstone just as we did with this roof, but on a smaller scale. So we will place in those blocks in line with the deep slate tile block right there, extend our stairs back like that. Of course, it won't turn. We have to fly it to the inside, and we will remove all of the Blackstone that we can see just like that down the middle. Finally, we can fill this in with 3 black stained glass panes, and that is our first dormer. So now we can work on the final 2 dormers. So this one right here will be aligned with the right hand side of that window after all. Place that upside down deep slate tile stair, turn it on each side, and then over here, again, that will be aligned with the middle of that window, and we will just turn that like that. 3 green terracotta on each corner, 1 diagonally in the middle, There we go. And then we can wreck those stairs right behind it and fill that in, going back a couple of blocks, just like this. And then with our Deepslate tile stairs, place 2 adjacent to it, extend it out by 1 more. Same thing for this one. And on the inside, it's going to be a tight fit, but it will work. It's just going to turn those stairs all the way around like that. And then we can do our upside down stairs, our blocks, our right side up stairs, and then we will do an upside down stair in the middle, a slab on top, and extend that back to connect to the Blackstone. Same thing for this one. To finish it off, we will place our Blackstone in line with the Deepslate tile blocks, just like that, again, going all the way back to the roof. Our stairs on top of those blocks, just like this. And then we will go to the inside of the window and wreck all of the blocks and stairs, again, only in line with the window, not on either side of it. That will force those stairs to turn. And finally, let's place in our glass panes. And now our 3 dormers are complete. That's probably the most difficult part of this whole build, so props to you for accomplishing that. We are just about there. We need to fill in this front wall here above the porch, this wall here on the side, and then the build will pretty much be finished. We do have a little extra detailing to do and some roofs around these front 2 patios, but that won't take us long at all. Let's do this front wall right here. On top of all of these sideways spruce logs, we are going to place a row of green terracotta, and we are just going to outline and sort of cover up all of the visible Blackstone that we can see, just like that. Wreck the bottom 3 middle blocks just like that. We are going to have a 3 block wide window. You can fill in those 2 gaps right there, and place 1 more block from the top like this. So we should have a 4 block tall section right here and here, with 1 more additional spot for a glass pane in the top middle. We can fill all of that in with our glass, and that takes care of the front window. Let's move on to this side over here. Again, same thing, a row of green terracotta across the bottom like that, and just cover up all of that visible Blackstone, and a row across the top just like this. So that will look something like that. These windows here are going to be a little bit different. We can place a green terracotta in that 1 block gap and this one, and then we will break that block here and that block there, leave a 1 block gap, and then a 3 block gap there in the middle. We can extend the green terracotta going all the way up to the ceiling, just like that, and place 1 more at the top of each of these 1 block wide sections. So those should be 3 blocks tall, and then we will have a 3 block tall window here in the middle as well, that is 3 by 3. Here at the top, we will have another 3 by 3 window, break that terracotta at the very top, and we are going to have that gap there in the middle. Fill all of this in with black stained glass panes. And we have 1 more walled section right here, again following a very similar pattern. So place, actually this time we are just going to place 2 terracotta going in from each side, and then we will again cover up all of the Blackstone visible from the inside, just like that. Fill in those 1 block gaps, and place 1 more at the top middle. So this is a 4 block tall window right here, with 1 additional pane in the top middle. Fill that in with black stained glass panes, and we will have a window that looks like that. So all of the walls are finished, all of the windows are finished. Let's do the front door real quick. Go in the middle of the section, break those 5 green terracotta blocks, replace that with spruce logs, not dark oak logs, spruce logs. On either side of those, break 1, 2, and 3 blocks, just like that. In the middle of the top, place an upside down Blackstone stair over each doorway, and we are using spruce doors. I think those have the creepiest look. You can place those from the inside, and that takes care of the front doors. For the stairs leading up to them, we can just fill in right here with 2 more polished Blackstone bricks, and then place a row going across the middle, extend it back by 1, and 1 more row at the top just like that. On top of all of these Blackstone bricks and in front of the bottom row, we will place normal Blackstone stairs. Next to those, we will place Deepslate tile stairs, and we will place them upside down underneath 1 and 2, just like that. We will do 1 more here at the top for a total of 3. Same thing on this side, just like that. So from the side, it looks like that, and from the front, like this. The 2 roofs over these front porches are quite simple. We are going to start with our Deepslate tile slabs 1 block below our sideways spruce logs, 1 on that side and 1 on this side, just like that. We are going to extend these so that they are 1 block past this spruce log right here. That will be a little bit shorter on the left-hand side than it will on the right-hand side. And then we will extend this going all the way back until we are 1 block before we get to the green terracotta. And I did not fill in those windows. We can do that real quick. There we go. So those will go all the way back and stop 1 block before that wall. And over here on this side, same thing. Those will go all the way back and stop 1 block before that wall. Then with our Blackstone slabs, which I don't believe we have used yet, we are going to go up diagonally from the previous row of slabs and just make that L shape like that. Do the same thing 1 more time and fill in with this gap on the same layer as the one before. Over here, same thing again, Blackstone slabs up diagonally 1 block, and then fill in this second layer all with Blackstone slabs. That should look like that. Our front porch roof is finished. And now it is time to move on to some detailing and really make this thing look like a haunted house. We are going to start with some Blackstone walls placed right in front of our front spruce pillars right here. Those will be 3 blocks tall. On top of those, 2 full Blackstone blocks and a right side up stair facing out on each side. Connect those going across with a solid row of Blackstone just like that, and an upside down Blackstone stair in each of those corners. So we start to get this arch right here. We are going to do 1 more 1 block in from it. Right here underneath these sideways spruce logs, place 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Blackstone, and a stair in that corner and that corner. So that's going to give us a little bit of an arch just like that, and kind of make this thing look a little bit more frightening, in my opinion. And then we are going to do our railing on the 2 porches and the patio over here. Take your nether brick fence, and we are going to connect these on the porches to the spruce log right here on that side, and same thing over here on this side, and we will extend those right up against that window, just like that. And that will look like this. For the patio, we are going to place these on all of the Deepslate tile slabs that surround the patio, but we are not going to place them on top of the spruce logs in each of those corners. For the next step, this one is going to take a little while. We are going to place dark oak stairs in each of the corners around all of the windows, just like that. Right side up at the bottom and upside down at the top. That is going to help round off all of these wall sections and really give this thing some nice curvature. So just like that. We are doing this on all of the first floor and second floor sections. We are not putting stairs on any of those roof sections. And I have now finished placing in all of those stairs in every single section, even around the nether fence here at the porch, and here in the back, right here in all of those windows, right here in the little alcove section on the second floor, and next to the nether brick fence on the patio that goes all the way around. We do still have a door that we need to add right here. We can go ahead and do that real quick. I think we might go with the same style that we did for the front door. So leave a 3-block gap here in the middle, place a row of green terracotta across the top, a row of spruce logs in the middle going up, some upside down Blackstone stairs, and we can place our spruce doors from the inside just like that. If you don't like how this looks, if it's too many different textures for you, you could cover that up. You could just go with a solid green wall. You could put a painting up there, whatever suits your fancy. But that takes care of all of that. All that we have left now, well, we really have two things actually. The first is to place a row of nether brick fence on top of all of the Blackstone blocks and stairs above the front door, just like that. The second thing is to go up to the roof and place a row of iron bars going all the way around on top of all the Blackstone that is at the top of the roof. So that will look like this. We are also going to do the same thing on this tower, just a row of iron bars going around on the edge of it like that, and on these Blackstone stairs over here at the chimney. On every single corner, inside or outside, we are going to place an iron bar on top of each corner. We will do the same thing for the tower, and the same thing for the chimney, just like that. And finally, we are going to take our chains and we are going to place vertical chains on every single iron bar that we just placed, including the corners. So the corners will give us some variation in the height. Everywhere else, it will just be chains on that same level, going all the way around, including on this front tower right here. Once you have finished that, it should look like this, and I have some great news for you. Your haunted house is now finished. I'm not planning on doing an interior for this, at least as a tutorial, but what I will end up doing most likely is decorating the inside to my liking. I will also stage this with sort of a graveyard cemetery, I guess, make it all very creepy, and I will upload that to Planet Minecraft. You can download that for yourself and check out how I decided to do my interior, and you can model it after that, or come up with your own design. If you do, send me some pictures. I would absolutely love to see it. But that is where we are going to end this tutorial for today. I know it was a pretty long one, but I didn't want to split this up into 2 parts, so that is why I left it as is. Let's go ahead and throw our pumpkin on, or maybe let's put on a zombie head. Or a skeleton head? What do we want for Halloween? I think we will go with a skeleton head to end today's episode. How about that? If you enjoyed this tutorial... Oh, dang it, I didn't mean to do that. Let's try that one more time here. There we go. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, definitely hit that thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe. Remember to stay optimistic. Happy Halloween, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.